Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Behind the Beat. My name is Chris Langen, and today we're looking at the top 3 mistakes drummers make when covering Wonderwall. All right, guys. So, if you're a drummer in a cover band, there's probably a 99% chance that you guys cover Wonderwall by Oasis. I've been in bands for over 20 years, and just about every one I've played in at one time or another has covered this song. It's still popular, even though this song was released in the 90s. You could still go out to this day and still hear bands covering this song. As soon as you open up with them first few chords, the audience immediately turns around, knows exactly what you're playing, and starts singing along. So it's a great song, and it's stood the test of time. But when I go out and I see bands play this song, I can't help but cringe when I see the top 3 mistakes that most drummers make. All right, so I understand that if you're in a band, in a cover band, and you guys like to stick to, doing things your own way and putting your own twist on a song, that's perfectly fine. But if you are trying to stay as true as possible, then you want to take a look at these top 3 mistakes that just about every drummer makes when covering Wonderwall. Okay, so mistake number 1. You gotta ditch the sticks. Okay? If you listen to this track, you can clearly tell that the drummer is not using sticks. However, he is using hot rods, okay? Hot rods are basically dowels that give a sound that is a little bit in between a brush and a stick. So it's not as heavy as a stick and it's not as light as a brush. There's a bunch of different versions on the market of this thing. ProMark made the original hot rod. They became super popular in the 90s. If you've seen Nirvana's Unplugged, then you probably saw Dave Grohl use the hot rods on the entire album. If you watch the video for Wonderwall or watch them play it live, you will see their drummer using hot rods. Okay? Now, the thing is, I'm not a big fan of the wooden dowel hot rods because they break. If you're going to be spending $20, $25 on a pair of sticks, I want them to last a little bit longer than 2 songs. So I tend to go with the nylon version of the hot rod. So they're just nylon dowels, and they sound just as good, I think, and they last 100 times longer. So you want to ditch the sticks and get yourself some rods. Okay, guys, so the number 2 mistake drummers make is that they don't play those ghosted diddles. All right, if you listen to the song, usually before the backbeat on 2 and 4, he's playing some kind of a drag or diddle. Okay, something like this. Okay, I'm going to show you a short clip of just a verse of the song so that you can hear what it sounds like in context.
Backbeat, the word is on the street that the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had a doubt. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads we have to walk are winding. And all the
All right, guys. Now, while he doesn't typically stick to just one groove, there is a pattern that seems to repeat itself throughout this song. Just give it a listen and try to throw those diddles in here and there. It'll make this song sound a lot more authentic when you play it. All right, guys, and number 3, the breakdown and fill. I can't tell you how many times I've seen bands do this, and when the song comes to that little pause, and then the drummer does that fill to bring it back into the verse, they either butcher it or just do something to play it safe. All right, so the part I'm talking about is this. Okay, the common thing that I see happen is that everybody has no idea like what the count is for that. All right, they think it's some kind of weird time signature thing happening, and in reality, it's really not. This song is in 4/4 all the way through. Okay, so you've got two measures. You've got the first measure, which is just your cymbal hit, which is going to carry on for 4 beats, and then measure 2, which is your fill. What's actually happening here is that he's not starting the fill until the and of 1. That's what gives it that off time kind of confusing sound to it. All right, so a lot of times the band members can't all get on that same page, so they just come up with a generic fill. That way everybody can land on the 1. So if you want to perform this correctly, let's take a look at how it's supposed to sound.
You're my Wonderwall. Today was gonna be the day, but they'll never throw it back.
Okay, so if you're following along with the sheet music, you can see that we're resting on beat 1 and that the fill actually starts on your rack tom on the and. So something like this. Okay, so if you can get your entire band to understand that you're not starting until the and of 1, then everybody will be counting together and this will flow a lot smoother. So I suggest sitting down with your band and saying, look, I figured out how to play the fill. Here's where I'm coming in. Just start counting here. And I think that'll help put everybody on the same page and you'll be able to execute this flawlessly. All right, guys. Well, those were the top 3 mistakes drummers make when covering Wonderwall. I hope this helps improve your cover. I hope you and your band can now do the song justice and play it flawlessly. If you have any questions, please leave them below. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, my website, chrislangendrummer.com. Until next time, we'll see you guys at the next lesson.